the NC chapter of American Statistical Association. I'm Amy, the president of NC ASA for this year. Here's the list of our current board officers of NC ASA. Vice President Susan will be our next year's president. I would like to thank all the board members, especially Kristen, for working really hard to put this together. And I would also like to mention one person, Brian Gaines, our last year's treasurer, who helped us a lot to prepare for this event. Our annual board election will be held in November. And so please consider running for one of the positions to serve on the committee and support our local statistics community. Next slide. Despite this challenging and uncertain time due to COVID-19, NCASA continues to host professional events as well as social and community meetings. I'd like to take this opportunity to tell you some of our events. One of our most successful activities over this year has been our webinar series. The webinar series was designed based on the feedback we received on the NCASA's 2018 Statisticians Interest Survey. We have had 3 webinars this year so far, presented by Dr. Chen from SAS, Professor Christopher Healy from NC State University, and also a senior data scientist, Dr. Ming Li from Amazon. All the 3 webinars had a great turnout and received positive comments and feedbacks. We have more webinars planned, and we are also accepting webinar proposals. So please email your proposal to us if you want to do a webinar. Next slide. NCASA also hosts monthly socials for members to meet and chat. Here's the first picture showing that one of our last in-person socials at a local restaurant. That was back in January. Then shortly after that, we had to adopt to the virtual format. As shown in the second picture here, you can see that our participants were able to chat with their fellow statisticians and data scientists from their homes. It is great that our members are able to connect and engage in the digital new world. Keep an eye out for our next social announcement. Next slide, please. This year, we also started a brand new initiative, the NCASA Student Travel Award, which is open to students at any level of education, high school, undergrad, or graduate. A student can receive up to $250 to attend a conference or workshop in the state or any ASA-sponsored conference. Applications are reviewed every 3 months. So here, this picture showing here shows our first winner of Travel Award, Ramesh, a student from UNC Greensboro. We have been able to support 5 students already this year. Please encourage your someone you know or interested students to apply. Next slide, please. NCASA is currently accepting nominations for a couple of chapter awards. There are 2 types of awards. The first one is called Chapter Service Award. The second is the Senior Statistician Award. You are welcome to nominate someone or even yourself. Please send us a write-up with concrete examples showing how the person deserves the award. And for more information, please check out our website. Finally, I'd like to thank you all for being here. Without further ado, I will turn it to Kristen to let her start the Career Information Fair. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amy, and thank you all for joining us. We're really excited to have the event, that the day is finally here. I want to stop and thank our following sponsors for their generous support of this fair, and to thank all of the organization representatives for their support and patience over the last many months when we first decided to postpone the event and then reimagine it as a virtual event. So we're so excited that we can all finally be here today online. So this is how the day is going to go. There's two parts to this career fair. You're going to hear a series of 2-minute introductory or elevator speeches from each of the organizations. And then we'll do a quick wrap up and transition to the breakout sessions. And then you'll have a chance to go and talk more one-on-one with your questions with each of the organizations today. Board members are going to stay in this Zoom session, so if at any point you're having issues or questions, you can always dial back into this call. So without any further ado, we're going to kick off our series of elevator speeches, starting with Jason Brinkley, biostatistician and health researcher from Apt Associates.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yes, thanks, Jason.
Awesome. I love getting to go first. It sticks the impression in people's head. My name's Jason Brinkley. I love North Carolina ASA. I was active in it for a long time. Elevator speech on Apt. Apt is a consulting company that does federal and state contract research. We're in the same vein as RTI and Westat, which I'm sure you'll hear about. We do a lot of work with Medicare. We do a lot of work with the CDC. We also do work in labor, education. We have a huge international component. We do a lot of USAID work. I really enjoy it. There's 100 people on this call, and I don't feel like I had these kind of opportunities when I was a graduate student at NC State. And I felt like at the time I was being sort of groomed for sort of an academic job. And I think that if you get some time, please jump in on some of the breakout sessions with groups like us and RTI and Westat, because I really feel like it's a better research home for me. I get to work on a lot of very, very interesting cool stuff that I won't go on about with right now. But I do see that I didn't get this as sort of an opportunity as a graduate student. And I see now that I have a lot of colleagues that do these like data for social good Kaggle competitions. And I don't do that because that's my Tuesday. You know, I work in a lot of different areas where we use a lot of analytics to really help people and improve people's lives. And you really get to see, working on this side of the coin, the work you do really translates into policy initiatives by Medicare, by the CDC, by other places. And I really feel like I have a tremendous impact. And we have a breakout session, so feel free to jump in, learn a little bit more, tell us a little bit about yourself. And my colleague Suja and I will be on. We're willing to talk about Apt, and we're willing to talk about you. So just come see us.
Great, thank you so much, Jason. Next, we have Michelle Evans, Associate Director, Strategy and Operation at the Department of Biostatistics and Bioinformatics, Duke.
Thank you, Kristen. Hello, welcome to all of the participants. We're so excited to see so many colleagues and students with us today. At Duke Biostatistics and Bioinformatics, we focus on exceptional training, both in applied and theoretical aspects of biostatistics. Our students join us from a variety of backgrounds, including biology, mathematics, statistics, agriculture, engineering, and economics. Demands for highly quantitative and collaborative sciences continue to grow, as you all know. So our programs highlight analytical, biological, and communication skills. A distinguishing feature of our program is its full integration into a world-class biomedical research enterprise. This environment creates unique student research opportunities and collaborations. We place a high value on exceptional levels of faculty interaction and student services. We are currently accepting applications for our Master of Biostatistics and Doctorate in Biostatistics programs. Scholarships are available for outstanding applicants, and we would welcome your application and many questions. My name is Michelle Evans, and Kendall Missy and I will be in our breakout session today and hope to see you there to find out more about your interests and exciting things that you'd like to learn about biostatistics. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Here we go. Next, we have Michael Hussey from IDDI.
Hi, Kristen, and everyone. Thank you for having us here. So I'm Mike Hussey, the Managing Director of IDDI, and IDDI is a company which was founded in 1991, so we've been around for about 30 years, although we've only been in the US for about 6 at this point. We are a company that is founded by a statistician, and we have statisticians at all levels of our management. We perform primarily statistics, data management, and randomization services for clinical trials. We also serve as a data coordinating center for IDMCs, and we also have a separate consultancy wing for design and trial design and consultancy services. At IDDI, we are only 140 worldwide with about 30 in the US, and so we have all the benefits of a larger CRO with the family atmosphere of a small company. I'm proud to say that of those 140, they represent 22 different countries, so we consider ourselves to be a very diverse company, and we offer a lot of opportunities in terms of different projects and growth in statistics and clinical trials work. As I mentioned, we have been in the US for about 6 years, so we are a growing company, and we are interested to hear those of you who would be interested in any of our statistics or statistical programming positions. And today I'm joined by Sarah Hale, Manager of Biostatistical Services, and we look forward to talking with you later in the breakout sessions.
Great, thank you, Michael. Next, we have Wenbin Liu, Director of the Graduate Program and Statistics Department at NC State University.
Thanks, Christine. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thank you.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Wenbin Liu, the Director of the Statistics Graduate Program at North Carolina State University. It's my greatest pleasure to give a brief introduction about our graduate program. The Department of Statistics at NCSU is founded by renowned statistician Gertrude Cox in 1941 and is one of the nation's oldest and most prestigious. The Statistics Graduate Program is also one of the largest in the nation, with over 1,000 alumni, and our alumni have gone on to shape the statistical science in professional and academic settings around the world. Our graduate program was recently ranked number 16 among all statistics and biostatistics graduate programs in the nation by the US News and World Report. It consists of a PhD program, in-person master program with various tracks, and also an online master program. The PhD program focuses on providing students with comprehensive and rigorous training in cutting-edge statistical theory, method, and applications, state-of-the-art computing skills, and ability for conducting high-quality interdisciplinary research. The diverse master degree option prepares students for a wide set of careers in statistics. The faculty in the department have very diversified research interests, including many areas, and the graduates from our program have excellent job placement in academia, government, financial services, pharmaceutical, and IT industry. If you want to know more about our graduate program, please join us in the Zoom meeting this afternoon, 4 to 5 p.m. Thanks.
Thank you. Next, we have Rocky Kelleru, who is the Director of Statistics at PPD.
Yes, hi. Can you hear me, Kristen? Okay, well, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for this opportunity to be here. I am Director of Stat Science in PPD, in the Biostats and Programming Department. I'm joined by my colleagues in Data Science and Data Analytics. From Data Analytics, we have Tom Gaffer, Executive Director of DA, and Scott Osowski, Associate Director of Programming in DA, and we also have Jeffrey Zimmerman, Data Scientist from our Data Science group. So we're all here together, and we hope to talk to you more on one-on-one sessions in more detail as to what we do and what our function is about. But as far as PPD, we know we are a leading global contract research organization providing comprehensive integrated drug development, laboratory, and life cycle management services. We're constantly innovating to speed the overall execution of clinical trials whilst maintaining quality and scientific integrity. So our purpose is to improve health, and our mission is to help our customers deliver life-changing therapies. So, at the heart of everything that we do every day is our 5 defining principles. They certainly mean a lot to me. We have a strong will to win. We earn our customers' trust. We are game changers, clearly important to innovate. We do the right thing, and we are one PPD, as is reflected by us representing from various functions within analytics. So within biostats and programming, we are involved in clinical development planning, study design, analysis, endpoint strategies. We support regulatory submissions with interpretation and reporting of results, and statistical consulting. Within DA, we are embedded within the Global Clinical Development Organization. They employ unique analysis across a variety of data sources to monitor ongoing trials, surveilling data quality, and operational integrity, and identifying emerging risks. Within data science, they design, develop, and deploy innovative machine learning and NLP approaches focused on operational efficiencies within clinical trials to drive therapies to market faster, while also enhancing the forecast accuracy of clinical trial timelines. So we're certainly excited to be here. Thank you, Kristen and Amy, for the opportunity. And we hope to talk to you more about our functions in our one-on-ones. So please join us there. Thank you.
Thank you, Raki. There we go. We have Trish Rice, Executive Director of Biostatistics at Premier Research.
Hi, everyone. So at Premier Research, we are a clinical research organization, which means that we do work for a lot of pharmaceutical companies, biotechs, etc. Our company specializes in rare diseases and oncology, as well as neuroscience and dermatology. So there's a lot of opportunity to work on a lot of different things. As far as the statistics group, we are global. We have approximately between 65 and 70 people in the department right now, both statisticians and programmers, and they are located in a variety of different countries. We work on the full project from start to finish. So you would have the opportunity to give input on protocol sections, sample size calculations. We do all types of different statistical analyses and modeling of data. And it's pretty interesting and exciting work. So one of the things that is exciting about it is when you see a drug that you've worked on be approved by the FDA or another regulatory authority. It's extremely exciting to look and say, hey, I worked on that. I'm helping people right now with that drug. So we also do the integrated analyses that are part of that approval process. And we offer a lot of different opportunities for biostatisticians. As I said, we're not very large, but we're also not very small. So there's a lot of opportunity to work on all kinds of different trials and work on all kinds of different analyses at our organization. And Brandy Longacre and I will be very excited to talk to you in the breakout session about any questions that you might have or opportunities that we might be offering. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Trish. Next, Bruce Campbell, Director of Data Science at Red Hat.
Hello. Yes, so I'm a data science leader at Red Hat. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the company first, and then I'm going to speak to the culture there. So Red Hat is an IT technology company recently bought by IBM. They're known for selling open source software, but that's a misnomer. Actually, they sell services based on the open source software. So I don't know if you know about Red Hat Linux. Was originally a boxed Linux distribution in the 90s and 2000s, and they've expanded to sell containerized services, Kubernetes and middleware, storage. So think B2B. A very large organization, broken up into different groups, mostly service oriented, and there's a large sales presence. The culture at Red Hat gets a lot of airplay in the news. So like the Forbes ranked Red Hat top 3 places to work. They're always in the top 50. We sell to 90% of the Fortune 500 companies. So it's very much a B2B company. But what's really unique about it is that it brands itself as an open company, and there's a lot you can find on the internet about it, but really the basis of that is that it's a meritocracy. And so they try to settle things in a very, open and, technology-centered approach. So I've been there for a year, and I just can't say enough about, the culture really does deserve all the airplay it gets. So we have a lot of work going on in the AI area, just because people are trying to prove out new AI applications, distributed, machine learning, edge ML, and all of that. We also have a large presence in business data science. It's a very big community around that. It's probably about 50 data scientists and a whole bunch of support people. And then there's a lot of engineering, data science, and I think NLP on logs or ticket information. So there's a lot of different use cases for statistics and data science. We have a close relationship with NC State. We hire a lot from the statistics program, the analytics program, and we partner with your professors wherever we can. That's Red Hat.
That's great. Thank you so much, Bruce.
Thank you.
Now we have Feng Chen, Director of the Advanced Statistical Methods Department at SAS.
Hi, everybody. A bit about SAS. SAS is overall, it's considered to itself to be a analytical software, analytical software business. The headquarters is in Cary, so just off I-40, not too far away. The company has about 14,000 people, and around 5,500 is in the Triangle area, and that's where the main R&D hub locally. Because the company is relatively large, there are many different components: software development, solutions, business analytics, consulting. A few of the large clusters of where a lot of analytic jobs concentrate. Amy is a member of the Advanced Analytics Division, and that handles, among with many coworkers, software development. And a lot of the folks that we work with mostly have a background in statistics and biostatistics, computer science, econometrics, operational research, applied math, data science, and et cetera, et cetera. Within the company, there are parallel groups that are structurally somewhat similar, but focus on different area of analytics area. And the area that I am involved in is in statistics. So we have about 35 statisticians do development and testing and making software. We do the usual suspect in the traditional regression, mixed model, power, survival, all the way to the newer causal inference, high-dimensional clustering, Bayesian computation, sparse modeling. And as the field is gradually moving more towards computer science, machine learning, and AI, these are the areas that where statistics intertwine, where we are keeping to provide more and more capabilities, and that's where we interact with our users in these different areas, and using old tools with new methods and so on. Career path, I suppose that many of my coworkers are on these so-called technical path, where a developer is focused in one area. They focus enhancing a particular statistical software. I do Bayesian statistics, so does Amy. Someone might do nonlinear, and someone might do adaptive design, so on and so forth, a causal inference. That's a technical track, and you can switch to management. I have done, but it's not that important. And we do value people who see this as a career development. I've been in SAS for maybe 16 years, and there are many coworkers who've been there longer. We encourage a wide range of professional engagements, ASAs, running for offices, and presentation conferences, collaborating with professionals in academia, industry, and government. In essence, we see software as what promotes statistical practice, and we get involved with people who use the tools for the work. So this is my 2 minutes, and we have a session later, so feel free to join us. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we have Ruchir Shah from the Chief Scientific Officer at SIOM.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm Ruchir. I'm the founder and Chief Scientific Officer at SIOM in Research Triangle Park. The company was formed about 7 years ago under the premise that in sciences, especially in life sciences, researchers are facing a deluge of data. There is just an incredible amount of data being produced by various different technologies and publications, and very meaningful, customized, intelligent mining and analysis of this type of data is the need of the hour. So SIOM was formed to provide analytical informatics data analysis services as a support. As a company, we have since then evolved and grown every year since our inception to provide customized and innovative data analysis services to our customers in the life science domain. We, at this point, have about 5 different groups or divisions within the company, and we provide our statistical or data analysis services in the domains of bioinformatics, where we analyze large volumes of omics data, genomics, metabolomics, proteomics, and other type of heterogeneous life science data types. Our second group is cheminformatics and computational toxicology, where we conduct a lot of data modeling with chemistry and toxicology-based data for data-driven decision-making. Our third division is text mining and natural language processing, where our scientists are constantly developing novel ways of analyzing unstructured data from published literature and gray literature to mine information and make connections to help scientists make sense out of very large volume of text and information hidden in documents. In our data science and analytics group, we are innovating with various different machine learning methodologies and developing our own AI workflows and architectures to mine heterogeneous data types and visualize very large volumes of data through innovative software solutions. And our fifth area is software development, where we invent our own algorithms for data mining and produce desktop or web-based software products that we offer to our clients. In terms of who we serve as our clients, we actually do a lot of work with US federal government agencies. We have a lot of projects and long-term contracts with the National Institutes of Health and Environmental Protection Agency, for example. We also provide our services to some European agencies and other international consortiums. We also have private sector work with large pharmaceutical biotech companies, agricultural biotech companies, even some smaller companies in the area, and also provide our services to nonprofits and academic institutes. Our team is made up of scientists, as you can imagine, from universities in the area and across the world. About half of our team has PhDs, about 80% are masters. And as I said, we're growing every year. So we have some positions open. If you're interested in academic style research in a company environment with excellent benefits and visibility in a smaller company, I invite you to join us in our session, where you can interact with us. You can look us up online and apply for some positions. So I look forward to talking to you on one-on-one session. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruchir. Next, we have Jeff Aberhaus from the UNC Gilling School of Global Public Health, Biostatistics.
Hello, all. I'm representing UNC Chapel Hill today. I'll assume you are somewhat familiar with my institution. Chapel Hill has truly many opportunities for you at multiple places across the university's schools. Think medical, dental, pharmacy. I'm focused on my department at the Gilling School, where we have both faculty and professional employees. I'm personally part of the research professional staff at the CSCC, where I've been for 15 years. We have faculty tracks at the university that include traditional teaching roles, as well as research and clinical tracks. At Biostatistics, our largest unit is the Collaborative Studies Coordinating Center. It's a coordinating center for multi-site public health and medical studies, providing statistical, data management, study management, and quality assurance services. You can see the link on the screen to learn more at the CSCC website. Working at Chapel Hill is not exactly like the private sector, as it does include a public service component. While providing real-life experience working on or beside the campus, I came to UNC from working at Roe, but others do it in reverse. The employers here in this fair today are great places too. We are not hosting a breakout room today. This is the extent of our participation in the job fair, but we're providing you some links right now on the screen. They're there for you to investigate more and learn about the various units at the school. Most importantly is the HR portal, the place to search for a job at the nation's oldest public university. And let me conclude with just personally wishing you all luck with your job searches in this very unique period. We do hope to see you again in person in the near future, hopefully at JSM. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we have Ralph Masi, Head of Biostatistics Programming and Data Management at VIIV.
Hi everyone, this is Ralph Masi, Global Head of Biostats and Programming and Data Management at ViiV Healthcare. ViiV Healthcare is a global pharmaceutical company. It's a fully independent and integrated specialist company focused exclusively on HIV. The company was founded by the parent companies of GlaxoSmithKline, Pfizer, and Shionogi. And this combines the composite expertise of those founding those parent companies across not only the functional areas of biostats, program and data management, but also across other areas of the discovery and development and commercial organizations of those companies. As I mentioned, we're fully focused on HIV. This includes HIV treatment, HIV prevention, HIV remission, and eventually the cure of HIV. We have ViiV Healthcare has more than 1,000 employees and offices in 15 countries. In many other countries and other markets where ViiV does not have a presence, we rely on the support provided by GlaxoSmithKline, and that establishes us to have presence in over 65 countries. We have a very broad portfolio of marketed antiretrovirals for HIV across multiple drug classes. In addition, we have a robust research and development pipeline of new medicines and new treatment regimens. Recently, we've introduced innovative therapies such as 2 drug regimens and long-acting therapies for HIV, and also in special populations such as highly treatment experienced HIV-infected subjects. We have, as mentioned, other programs that are focused on remission and cure. The remission and cure program is through a collaboration with University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. We also are looking at biologics for HIV, and we're actively engaged in pediatric HIV drug development with over 20 clinical trials in progress for HIV pediatrics. As just mentioned in the previous slide by UNC, we have a number of collaborative studies ongoing with outside networks, and this offers us the ability to partner our expertise within ViiV with the expertise of other organizations worldwide in the development of HIV therapies and treatments. For example, we're working with the NIH, Division of AIDS, and other networks around the world. Just to give you a little bit more information about our presence, we do have a major office in Research Triangle Park here where I am based. About 65% of our employees are US based, and about 20%, 35% ex-US. And we do have offices also in Philadelphia and also Connecticut, where our Discovery and Research Center is based. Within ViiV, we have a very small group. So we have myself and 2 other statisticians, Director of Statistical Programming programming and one data management director. As mentioned, we rely on the expertise of our founding and partner companies to actually do much of the hands-on work with our specifications and oversight and strategic direction. So all told, we have approximately 100 individuals supporting our portfolio that are full-time or consultants with those companies, and also about 100 additional people at different CROs. In terms of the statistical methods of our area of focus, we're actively involved in applied Bayesian methods and to support quantitative decision-making, statistical modeling and simulation, and data mining and visualizations. We have an interesting number of projects and challenges that we're facing on the quantitative areas. And I would encourage those of you that have an interest in the pharmaceutical industry and a career in improving public health to join the breakout session to learn more about Vive Healthcare. Thank you.
Thank you, Ralph. Next, we have Tracy Truong, a biostatistician from the Duke Clinical and Translational Sciences Institute.
Thank you, Kristen. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Tracy, and I'm a biostatistician at Duke. And the group that I'm with is the Biostatistics Epidemiology and Research Design Core, BIRD Core for short. We are a group of biostatisticians that collaborate with clinical and translational investigators conducting research across Duke University. We currently have 23 master's and PhD level staff with over 15 faculty biostatisticians in approximately 20 collaborative groups across campus. These collaborations are all driven by exciting and impactful medical applications across clinical areas. Some questions that we have worked to answer include recently a project in organ transplantation. So the conventional organ preservation technique is static cold storage. So think back to the transplant scenes that you've seen in TV shows or movies. There's a doctor carrying an organ in a cooler so that the organs are essentially kept really cold. However, some investigators were interested to know if transplant outcomes would improve with the use of machine perfusion. So essentially these machines can pump oxygen and therapeutic agents to the organs to keep them alive. And another project I recently was involved in was in obstetrics and gynecology, looking at minimally invasive therapy for uterine fibroids. So these fibroids are essentially collagen-filled growths that are developed in the uterus. And currently there's no minimally invasive therapy that exists that preserves fertility. So through a collaboration between a chemist and a clinical researcher, they developed a drug delivery system that can deliver the therapeutic agent directly into the fibroid. And so how it works is that the delivery system would dissolve over time, which allows for a slow and controlled release of the therapeutic agent, directly targeting the fibroid itself. So I hope that through these examples, I want to highlight the importance of biostatistical collaboration in the research process, and that the BIRD Core biostatisticians provide expertise in all aspects of study design, protocol development, and analysis all the way through to manuscript and grant preparation. And I hope that I've convinced you that as a member of the core, you would be exposed to a variety of interesting statistical and clinical problems. It is a rewarding experience in which you have the opportunity to apply your statistical knowledge to real data and develop expertise within a specific clinical unit. And I also want to emphasize that we provide extensive training and dedicated mentorship to faculty and senior staff for all aspects of your work to ensure your success in the core. And we are currently hiring. So if you're interested in a position with our group or to learn more about our career here at Duke, please stop by our breakout session later. Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy. Next, we have Junliang Chen, who's from Grifols Therapeutics.
Hey, hi everyone. Let me first briefly introduce Grifols and then focus what I'm doing as a head of biometry and the group for doing. Grifols is a Spanish multinational company with a global headquarters located in Barcelona, Spain. Since 1909, it has enhanced the health and well-being of people around the world. There are 4 divisions: bioscience, diagnostics, hospital, and biosupply. Develop, produce, and market innovative solutions and services in more than 100 countries. And locally, in North Carolina, there is a state-of-the-art manufacturing plant for the fractionation and purification process located in Clayton of Johnston County. And there is a research and development campus located in RTP. Grifols is an industry leader in producing plasma-derived therapeutics medicine. For my group, I'm the head of Biometry located in Research Triangle Park, which consists of statisticians, SAS programmers, and data managers. We are supporting various phases of clinical trials in the clinical development. Our team provides the leadership in clinical trial design and data collection and cleaning, and of course, data analysis and submission. And we have a chance to work with multi-functional teams, including clinical operations, medical monitoring, medical writing, and the regulatory group to support product licensure with various regulatory agencies such as FDA and EMA. And for statistician, even though we don't have an opening, but if you would like to know more in the pharmaceutical biotech company, I'm happy to know you and get involved in the clinical trial area. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Yashua from Infinia ML. Is Ya online? Okay, we can always circle back. I'm going to move ahead to...
hello, can you hear me?
Hi, yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, sorry, it was on mute. Hello, everybody. I'm Yashua, Vice President of Data Science for Infinia. Thanks for having us here. Let me first introduce Infinia. Infinia is a machine learning startup founded 3 years ago as a spin-off of Duke University. We have right now about 35 people, half of them are data scientists. So Infinia provides machine learning service to Fortune 500 companies like Walmart, Accenture, and also government agencies like TSA and SF. The applications including natural language processing, computer vision, bioinformatics. So we have been doing it for almost 3 years. As we learn more about the market need for machine learning, we are shifting into 2 focus areas. One is automatic document extraction and advanced document search, and the other one is auditing. We call it Infinia Auditor. Basically, it combines services and softwares to report how a machine learning system is running in a production environment. So our data science team all are either PhD or masters. We are very active in state-of-the-art machine learning research. We publish papers at prestigious conferences like NeurOps, ICML, KDD, III, those conferences. So our people have 10% of their time, free time, work on whatever research subjects they like. We also have organized a group research activity. We call it Infinia Labs. Basically, every quarter, like 3 or 4 people can team up to form a lab to pick a subject to work on together. And at the end of quarter, we have review sessions. One of our principal data scientists, Jin Liu, is going to join me for the breakout session. We look forward to seeing you there and answering whatever question you may have. Thanks.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Ping Li from
yes.
NI. Hi.
Oh, hi. This is Leping Li. I am representing NIEHS, which is the National Institute of Environmental Health Sciences. NIEHS is consistently rated best place to work by postdocs according to the Scientist magazine. NIEHS Biostatistics and Computational Biology branch, that's where I am, has 6 principal investigators and then 5 independent staff scientists working in the areas of methods in statistical genetics, methods in epidemiology, methods in toxicology, and also machine learning and data mining, single cell analysis and systems biology. And we have lots of opportunities. We have opportunities for undergraduate students, for opportunities for graduate students, and of course, a lot of opportunities for postdoctoral fellows. And we also recruit faculties from time to time. And I look forward to talking to you in the breakout session.
Great, thank you so much. We have Valerie Schwartz, Head of Admissions for the Institute of Advanced Analytics at NC State.
Thank you, Kristen. Good afternoon, everyone. NC State's Institute for Advanced Analytics is home to the nation's first Master of Science in Analytics, or MSA, degree program, founded back in 2007. The MSA is a 10-month full-time program which begins in June each year. Its fully integrated curriculum encompasses statistics, mathematics, computer science, business disciplines, communication, and it continuously evolves to meet the challenges that today's data scientists are facing. The MSA is intensive, immersive, and interactive. Students experience cohort-based learning structured around teamwork and personalized coaching. And concurrent with their studies in the classroom during the fall and the spring semesters, our students work in teams of 5 to tackle 8-month-long practicum projects. These are genuine problems with large data sets provided by industry and government sponsors, including some of the organizations here today. Our institute facilitates our students' job searches through its own robust career services program, resulting in a 5-year average of 96% of students accepting job offers by the time they graduated in May. We're proud that our network of nearly 1,000 alumni are among the world's finest data science practitioners across diverse industries. So if you'd like to connect and discuss whether the MSA program aligns with your professional goals, I hope you'll join my colleague Daisha McFall and me during the breakouts. Also, Dr. Susan Simmons, Vice President of NC ASA, is on the faculty at the Institute, so certainly she's a great resource as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Valerie. Next, we have Christina Thomas, Senior Human Resources Generalist at Rowe. Christina, are you there? Christina, you might be muted. I know you were online earlier. Maybe we lost her. I'm going to go ahead to RTI, but Christina, we can try and circle back if you are able to join us later. So now we have Annette Green from RTI International.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for allowing me to speak today. I am Annette Green, and I am the Director of the Research Statisticians in the Biostat group at RTI. That is the junior and the mid-level biostatisticians. I have been at RTI for almost 24 years, and a graduate myself of UNC Biostat program. RTI is RTI International is an independent nonprofit research institute dedicated to improving the human condition. We have been in existence a little bit over 60 years now, and we're located in RTP is where our main campus is, but we have offices throughout the United States and staff throughout the world. So I'm representing RTI's Biostatistics and Epidemiology Division, which applies statistical and epidemiologic research, surveillance, and evaluation methods to improve health in the US and around the globe. We do this in support of clinical studies and research networks where we provide statistical leadership and operations for clinical management. Today you'll get an opportunity to talk to several of us from my department, but you'll also be able to talk to also several staff from RTI who are with the Division for Statistical and Data Science. which is comprised of more than 95 statisticians and support staff. And this division provides leadership and design and analysis of sample surveys, as well as evaluation of intervention and governance, education, and health. You will also have an opportunity to talk to some data scientists, Gail Beeler, who will be joining as well on one of our breakout sessions. And she is the director of the data scientists at RTI. So we will have 6 lines open. The information has been provided for you in the packet that Kristen and others have put together. And we will be available on those lines from 4 till 6 today, and look forward to hearing from you.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Annette. Next, Richard C. Zink, Senior Director, Data Management and Statistics at Target RWE.
Hi, and thanks to the North Carolina ASA for putting this event together and for rolling with all the challenges that we've had with COVID this year. So I am with Target RWE, formerly Target Pharma Solutions, and we sort of think of ourselves as a health evidence solutions company. And what does that mean in practice? Probably the easiest way to think about it is that we are a data company, and our goal is to try to make drug development primarily go a lot more faster and take advantage of all of the other data that's available from other sources. And this can include electronic health records, claims data, data from registries and pharmacovigilance databases. So we partner with pharmaceutical companies and work closely with the FDA to make sure that we can understand the natural history of some diseases and understand how patients' disease evolves over time, how they progress, and what therapies tend to improve patients' outcomes more successfully than others. So a lot of this has been enabled by the 21st Century Cures Act, which supports the approval for new indications of approved drugs and also gives companies, the FDA, the ability to allow sponsors to support or satisfy post-approval study requirements using real-world data. So within our group, we have approximately a dozen statisticians, data managers, and statistical programmers. We also have data scientists at our company and some epidemiologists all coming together to bring data together and analyze that data to support our pharmaceutical and other partners. We are local to the Durham area, and the company itself has grown from about 50 individuals in 2018, and today we're at about 100 individuals. So we have some online time from 4 to 6, and if you're interested in sort of being on the cutting edge of where the regulatory industry is with medical products, please join and talk to me. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Richard. Next, we have Cindy McShea from UCB, the Director of Biostatistics and the Safety Statistics Lead.
Good afternoon. I am Cindy McShea, or Cynthia McShea, either one, and I am a statistician working in the Raleigh, North Carolina office at UCB. I'm really excited to tell you about our company and the statistics group at UCB. We are a global mid-sized pharma company based out of Belgium. At UCB, patients are the heart of everything we do. They inspire us and they drive our scientific discovery. It's not really something we say, it's really how we live. It's this passion for patients that I'd say defines the company culture at UCB. We do come together across multiple disciplines to answer a simple question of how can we create value for patients with severe diseases. And that's really the focus when we start on projects, when we're working on a new task, we always ask ourselves that question. We ask the teams that question. As I mentioned, we're a global company with approximately 7,500 employees with operations in more than 40 countries. Our global headquarters is located in Brussels, Belgium, and our US headquarters is in Atlanta, Georgia. We have sites, other US sites in North Carolina, as I mentioned, that's where I'm from, Massachusetts, Washington State, and Washington, D.C. UCB's Statistical Sciences and Innovation Group, or what we refer to as SSI for short, is part of the Development Solutions Organization within UCB. And our group drives statistical excellence and innovation from pre-clinical discovery through all phases of clinical development, product registration activities, market access, and all life cycle management activities. Within SSI, we have different teams, and they're focused on different objectives. We have a group that's focused on statistical innovation and methods. We have a predictive analytics group, early and late phase development statistics groups, a statistical programming, and a statistical standards group. So I'll wrap up here, but I do invite you to find out more about our company and SSI during our breakout session. Today I'm joined by Nate Bennett, who is the Raleigh, North Carolina site head and the head of our SSI standards team. He's also my boss. We look forward to talking to you during the breakout session. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Cindy. Next, we have Brett Gantt, a statistician at the Office of Air and Radiation, at where I call home, EPA.
Thanks, Kristen, and hi, folks. So I work for the EPA, whose mission is to protect human health and the environment. We are the federal government agency that's involved in regulating air pollution, water quality, and hazardous waste sites, known as Superfund sites. Because a lot of these regulations typically start with monitoring or modeling of either the air pollution or the water quality, there's a lot of data out there, and that generates great need for scientists and statisticians to do all the analysis and to make sense of all that environmental data. I work at the EPA facility in North Carolina, which is located in RTP, Research Triangle Park. You can see the photo there. We have a beautiful campus right across the pond from NIEHS. In the RTP facility, we mainly work on air quality, both on the research side as well as the policy side. I work in the Office of Air and Radiation, which is, and more specifically, the Office of Air Quality Planning and Standards, which is on the policy side of that air quality field. Kristen is in the Office of Research and Development, which is on the research side. You guys may also know one of the past presidents of this club, this group, Elizabeth Manshart, was formerly at this facility and now is in the Washington, D.C. headquarters doing data analysis as well. I'll be there for the breakout session from 4 to 6 to answer any questions you may have about what exactly we do, what kind of hiring needs we may have in the future and right now. And I appreciate the time, and thanks to Kristen for organizing this.
Thank you so much, Brett. All right, Elizabeth Rowley, Senior Biostatistician at Westat.
Thanks, Kristen. I am Elizabeth Rowley, and I am a Senior Biostatistician at Westat. I have a doctorate in public health from UNC. Westat is a large employee-owned research corporation that ranks as one of the leading health and social science research organizations in the world. However, I admit I had not heard of Westat before joining last year. Although I had heard of several studies they work on, including NHANES. Westat runs the mobile NHANES units, which have been adapted to help respond to the current COVID crisis. Westat employs over 1,700 salaried staff with 1,400 advanced degrees and boasts a 95% retention rate. Westat is headquartered in Rockville, Maryland, with roughly 40 employees here in RTP. These employees are divided into several practice areas, including clinical trials, statistics, and public health and epi, where I live. I'm still a bit new to Westat and cannot speak for the nearly 80 statisticians who work there, but there are two things I really love about my job, and that is the variety and the work-life balance. I've worked on a clinical trial, helped draft several manuscripts, designed research and written proposals, and assisted with a prospective cohort. These projects were with a wide range of clients, including CHOP, the CDC, and NIEHS, and use a variety of data sources such as electronic health records, longitudinal survey data, and lab data. I enjoy being part of many cross-practice teams and the collegial team attitude of my colleagues. Being employee owners of the company may contribute to that attitude. I have found Westat to foster a healthy work-life balance. Westat has a bright future, and I feel my expertise and contributions can truly shape this large organization. Please drop by for a virtual chat or check out our webpage at westat.com for more details. We do currently have an opening for a senior clinical trials biostatistician. Thanks for hanging around till just about the end of this, and I wish you all the very best luck finding a career path that excites you.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just back up for just a second, and we're going to get Christina Thomas from Roe.
Can you hear me now, Kristen?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Christina.
I'm so sorry about that. Thanks for giving me an opportunity, though. So I'm Christina Thomas. I work on the HR team at Roe. Roe is a full-service contract research organization based out of Durham, right in RTP. We are a family-owned, privately held CRO that provides a full range of clinical research services across the entire drug development process. We've performed clinical research on behalf of pharmaceutical companies, biotech companies, and even federal government agencies. Roe really has a rich history with clinical biostatistics and statistical programming excellence. Our founder was actually a professor of biostatistics at UNC before he founded Roe, and we started out as a small data management and statistics consulting company back in 1984. And over the years, we've delivered statistical analyses and programming to all phases of drug development in really a wide range of therapeutic areas. And in that time, our biostatisticians and our programmers have built a reputation of excellence by being responsive and collaborative and really producing quality deliverables and maintaining the highest level of scientific integrity. And as far as our overall company culture, we really believe strongly in the power of collaboration. We're also very flexible and adaptable and look for employees who will be the same. And we try to be as innovative as we can, always trying to push our employees to think outside the box. So I appreciate your time today, and I really look forward to speaking with some of you later on during the breakout sessions. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Christina. Lead introduction section. Thank you, everybody, for sticking with us to the end. And that was really fascinating to see what a huge variety of careers are out there for statisticians and data scientists. I'm now going to let all the representatives from the organizations log off and go out to your breakout sessions. If you're an attendee, just hold on for a second. I'm going to go through just a few sort of tips and reminders while we let them go set up their breakout sessions. So again, the purpose of the second half is for you to meet briefly and have a chance to ask some questions to the representatives you just heard from. If we had been in person, this was our inaugural in-person fair last year. You can kind of imagine this as, you know, moving from table to table, but just the online version. So the organizations are using a variety of platforms for the breakout sessions: Zoom, WebEx, Microsoft Teams, and Google Meet. You don't need any additional software to log in. You should be able to do that just with a browser or your phone. All the links are in the program that we sent out, that PDF form. Right after I finish talking, I'll repost a link to that PDF in case you need it resent. So use that Fairbook program to find the links of the sessions that you want. Many of the folks are going to be online till 6 p.m., so you have time to hopefully visit many of the groups. Most of the organizations are having free-flowing sessions, so you can call in and exit on your own schedule. If there's a session that seems really full, then just like if you were in person walking from table to table, you can just move on to another group and then circle back later. There were appointments required for IDDI, PPD, Roe, and SIOM. So if you signed up for one of those meetings, you should have received an email with the links. And so just please plan to call in at your designated time and then be ready to leave the call when the time slot is over. So again, all the board members are going to stay in this Zoom, or at least some of us will be in this Zoom session until 6 o'clock. So if you have any questions or technical difficulties, you can always call back in and we can try and help you with that. But thank you so much. We're so excited that you're all able to join us today. And we hope that you go out and visit a lot of these breakout sessions and learn even more about these different careers out there. So thank you.